Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are good. I hope everyone is doing well this morning. So today, as I was meditating, I get a message to speak about my twin flame story, like what happened, how I met my counterpart, and throughout my journey until today, what has happened. I'm asked to share my story, how I knew he was my twin flame, and the events that happened during our time together, and what happened, how did that affect my journey. And so let's get right to it. It's a very personal story, I'm not going to lie, and it's a bit of a long story, so there's going to be different parts. I'm not sure how many, but I'll try and speak as include each and every detail as much as I can, whatever I remember. It's a long story and it's very close to my heart, so please bear with me. I'm going to stutter a lot, I'm going to think a lot, because I need to remember what happened, but it's raw, it's authentic, and it's the true story of what actually happened between me and my divine counterpart. So like I mentioned in my previous videos, especially the ones I made when I started making videos, I had mentioned that we met at an event. So I was invited somewhere. I'm not going to mention too much detail regarding this specific individual, because some of you guys may know who he is, just to protect his identity as well, because you can't just share certain information about certain people. It's just not fair on the other person unless if they are open and willing to come forward and say, you know what, it's okay, you can share. So I'm not going to go too much detail into detail who he is, but I will try by all means to share the authentic story as much as possible. So we met at an event. I was invited somewhere, and a friend of mine asked me to help her do certain things. As I was helping her, and I think this was in the AMs, I think maybe just before 12, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly. Sorry, sorry, spirits are taking over. So there was a group of men. I can't remember how many, but there was a lot of people. So somehow I noticed this man. He stood out from the whole crowd. I promise you, there's probably about maybe 10, if not more, men around him. He was right in the middle. And then I swear to you, it was nighttime. We were outside, but the sun came out. Like, there was this light in this man. There was this radiation. I don't know what happened. I don't know that feeling. I've never seen anything like it before. But you know what? It's a stranger, someone that you have never met, you've never spoken to. I didn't pay much attention into him or who he was, and but something about this man was bringing light. I saw a light in him, but we didn't speak, so I continued as normal. So through our mutual friends, we ended up talking. So we introduced ourselves. I introduced myself to him. He asked me for my name. He gave me his name. I'm like, I'm sorry, I've never met you before, and it's the first time we're seeing each other. And he said, yeah, no, it's okay, I understand, I am so and so. We didn't speak for long. I eventually moved on. I did what I was supposed to do, but he kept on looking at me throughout. I think for like 2 hours we didn't speak. I was busy doing other things, and just going on with life like normal. It's not like now life has to stop because I don't know who he is. He doesn't know me. We just met and we just introduced ourselves, and then that was it. And in any case, I didn't know there was more to the story than what was unfolding. So after like 2 hours, now I'm relaxed. I want to sit down. I grab a drink. I sit by myself for a while. And he notices me, and he comes and approaches me, and he says, "Hi, what did you say your name was again?" I told him my name, and instantly, within seconds, we were best friends. We spoke about music, which is one of the favorite things that I think we connect a lot through music. We spoke about music. We spoke about what I like, what he likes, where I'm from, if I have kids, if I'm married, and I had done my nails. Funny story. I had done my nails. I think it was powder blue and white. So there was like a decor that was white, but the main color was powder blue. I did the same color on my toes as well. I used to love doing very long nails. So he notices my nails and he grabs my hand. He's like, "Yo, your nails are so beautiful." So I was wearing heels, but they were open toes, so you can see my toes. And he looked down on my toes and he said, "Wow," he went crazy and said, "You did the same color and the same decor on your feet. That is so cool." And I said, and I'm looking at this man, I'm like, I have never met a man that's excited about nails. This was the first time I ever seen anything like it or experienced anything like it. But I'm like, you know what? Let's just see what happens. I mean, there's no pun intended at the end of the day, right? So he went crazy with my nails. And next minute I tell him, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom. Remember, this is now probably less than an hour, maybe 30 minutes. We're speaking and we're laughing and it's fun and we're having so much fun. And I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. You know what this guy did? He's like, "Okay, come, let me go with you." And he walked in front of me and he gave me his hand. He's like, "Come." I'm telling you, there's a lot of people where we are, and we just met. And he opened his hand up, and I looked around. I got nervous a little bit, and I gave him my hand. I was like, and then he led the way. He was in front for the first time in a long time. I felt protected. I was in my feminine energy. There was this masculine man. It was just a fresh breath a breath of fresh air. I keep getting this wrong. A breath of fresh air. And so you see, I did say that this is very, very, very personal and very close to my heart, especially of what the events of what happened. So he took me to the bathroom. He waited for me outside, and I did my business. I came out. He was just there, and we went to sit down again. When we sat down, now we're still talking. We're having a drink. He's feeling cold because he was wearing shorts. I was wearing a warm jacket because I knew it was going to be cold in the middle of the night, but it was in spring, so you know that breeze in the morning. And he's like, "Yo, I'm feeling cold. I should have worn longer pants." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, man." But I gave him a hug. I held him like this because I was wearing a fluffy jacket, which was warm. So I thought maybe if I actually grabbed him, he will feel much warmer because he will be close to me. And immediately when he came close to me, it's like, "Yo, you smell so good." Because I'm one of those people, I love putting perfume. So my accessories is usually sunglasses and perfume. So he's like, "You smell so good." So this man was just complimenting me. He was just an amazing person, something I've never seen before, something different. I mean, throughout my dating years, it was the first time I met someone like that. And he was open, he was willing to talk, he was vulnerable, he was soft, he was kind. Yo, let's do part 2. Let me give you another story of what happened.